What does life look like when your last name alone is worth billions? What if you were born into private jets, raised in golden towers, and grew up calling the White House home? This isn't a fantasy. It's the real life of Donald Trump's 5 children. But behind the iconic name and limitless luxury lies a world of fierce ambition, political power plays, family loyalty, and public scrutiny. What's it like to grow up as a Trump? Are they business tycoons in the making? Future presidents? Or just billionaires living in the shadows of their father's fame? From Donald Jr., political firestorms, and Ivanka's global influence, to Eric's silent empire building, Tiffany's high society mystery, and Barron's recent jaw-dropping public transformation, each child walks a wildly different path, under the same golden spotlight. But who will carry the Trump dynasty into the future? Who's quietly building their trillion-dollar throne? And who might walk away from it all? Today, we go beyond headlines and Instagram photos to uncover the untold trillion-dollar lives of Donald Trump's 5 heirs, a story of wealth, legacy, and the unshakable weight of the Trump name. This is Power, Privilege, and Dynasty, reimagined. Donald Trump. Before we meet the heirs, we must start with the man at the center of it all, Donald Trump. Once just a bold real estate magnate with a golden penthouse in Manhattan, he rose to become the 45th President of the United States in 2016. And now, in a twist of American history, he's also positioned to be the 47th. With a net worth of $7.08 billion, Trump built his fortune on bold developments, hotels, casinos, and golf courses, all carrying the unmistakable Trump brand. From Trump Tower in NYC to luxury resorts in Florida, everything he touched turned into a political debate and media frenzy. But Trump's real empire may not be made of glass and steel. It may be his children, each raised with the Trump brand etched into their identity. Now, let's meet them, one by one. Donald Trump Jr. Born in 1977, Donald Trump Jr. is the eldest child of Donald and Ivanka, and the most outspoken of the Trump heirs. With a rugged persona and a sharp tongue, Don Jr. is less corporate boardroom and more foxhole fighter. After graduating from the University of Pennsylvania, Don Jr. joined the Trump Organization, eventually becoming executive vice president. Together with his brother Eric, he's been the public face of Trump real estate projects around the world, from skyscrapers in India to golf resorts in Scotland. However, Don Jr.'s profile gained significant traction during his father's presidential campaigns. He became a fierce political advocate, drawing massive crowds and dominating social media with aggressive, meme-filled posts that delighted the MAGA base and enraged opponents. Despite controversies, from meetings with Russian officials to his fiery speeches, Donald Jr. has stayed loyal to his father's political legacy, even fueling speculation that he might run for office someday. Off the battlefield, Don Jr. lives a life of high-octane leisure, including hunting trips in Montana, jet-setting with his partner Kimberly Guilfoyle, and raising 5 children from his previous marriage to Vanessa Trump. He may not be a diplomat like Ivanka, but Don Jr. is the warrior prince of the Trump dynasty, unapologetically bold and built for battle. Ivanka Trump. Ivanka Marie Trump, born in Manhattan in 1981, is Donald Trump's second child and his first daughter with Ivana Trump. She's far more than just a pretty face in designer heels. Ivanka is arguably the most powerful and polished of the Trump children. Educated at Georgetown and the Wharton School, she began modeling in her teens but quickly transitioned to a business career. She served as executive vice president of the Trump Organization, co-founded the Ivanka Trump fashion line, and married real estate scion Jared Kushner in 2009, solidifying one of America's most influential power couples. But her real ascent began in the White House. During her father's administration, Ivanka became a senior advisor to the president, focusing on economic empowerment and women's entrepreneurship. She even represented the US at international summits, brushing shoulders with world leaders like Angela Merkel and Justin Trudeau. Behind the scenes, she lived in a luxury Washington, D.C. home, flew on Air Force One, and attended classified briefings. Today, Ivanka has stepped back from politics, raising her 3 children in Miami, while Jared continues to manage billion-dollar deals in private equity. Elegant, strategic, and fiercely loyal, Ivanka's life as a trillionaire blends diplomacy, legacy, and ambition. Eric Trump. Eric Trump, born in 1984, is often considered the most understated Trump child, but don't mistake silence for insignificance. As the third child of Donald and Ivanka, Eric plays a crucial behind-the-scenes role. Like Don Jr., he serves as executive vice president of the Trump Organization, overseeing global development and operations. Together, the two brothers ran the family business while their father occupied the Oval Office, effectively becoming guardians of the Trump empire. Eric earned his degree from Georgetown University, and although he's less politically inclined than his siblings, he became a visible figure during the presidential campaigns, especially in swing states like Pennsylvania and Florida. In 2014, he married Lara Trump, a former producer for Inside Edition, who has since become a Republican political commentator and rising conservative voice. Today, the couple raises their children in Florida, frequently appearing at campaign rallies and GOP events. Eric also heads the Eric Trump Foundation, initially focused on children's cancer research, though it has faced scrutiny in the press. Although rarely in the limelight, Eric is the loyal executor of the Trump brand, managing resorts, golf courses, and investments, ensuring that the empire continues to grow even when the cameras are turned away. Tiffany Trump. Born in 1993 to Marla Maples, Donald Trump's second wife, Tiffany Ariana Trump, has always stood apart from her half-siblings, both geographically and in terms of style. Raised primarily in California, far from the New York Trump orbit, Tiffany graduated from the University of Pennsylvania and later earned a law degree from Georgetown Law School. While she briefly dabbled in pop music and fashion, her path shifted back toward politics during her father's campaigns in 2016, 2020, and 2024. Tiffany gained a following online for her glamorous lifestyle, Instagram photos, and low-key presence at Trump family events. While she was never involved in the Trump Organization or White House operations, her visibility skyrocketed during political conventions, where she gave impassioned speeches in support of her father. In 2022, she married Michael Boulos, a wealthy heir to a Nigerian business conglomerate, making headlines for her opulent White House wedding. The affair featured glass pianos, sweeping floral displays, and a dress worth over 6 figures. Today, Tiffany resides between Miami and international destinations, keeping a relatively private profile. Among the Trump siblings, she's the enigmatic wild card, glamorous, elusive, and largely untouched by scandal. Corporate boards or political roles don't define her trillionaire lifestyle. It's determined by freedom, fashion, and quiet influence. Barron Trump. Last but never overlooked is Barron William Trump, the youngest child of Donald Trump and his only son with his wife, Melania Trump. Born in 2006, Barron is now 19 years old and stands out not just for his towering 2.01-meter height, but for the mystique that surrounds him. Raised behind the iron gates of Trump Tower and the White House, Barron spent his childhood in the world's most secure residences, and yet almost no one heard him speak. Melania made it her mission to shield him from the chaos of political life, crafting a childhood of private schooling, elite tutors, and European elegance far from the public spotlight. But in 2025, everything changed. During Donald Trump's historic second inauguration as the 47th President of the United States, Barron made his most public appearance yet, standing confidently beside his father and mother at the Capitol. Tall, calm, and sharply dressed in a tailored black overcoat, his presence captivated the world. Social media erupted. Commentators called him presidential, stoic, and even future Trump 3.0. Since then, Barron has been spotted more frequently at sporting events, formal dinners, and luxury resorts, signaling a quiet but steady entry into adulthood. Fluent in Slovenian and English, educated in the nation's most exclusive institutions, and groomed with unmatched discretion, Barron remains the Trump dynasty's most intriguing heir. Will he rise to power or stay the family's silent guardian? The world is watching, and Barron is no longer hiding. Donald Trump didn't just build buildings. He built a dynasty, one with boardroom muscle, media clout, and political firepower. These 5 heirs were born into privilege, but also into pressure, to protect a name that divides nations and inspires millions. Will they expand the empire, run for office, or escape it all and create something new? Only time will tell. But one thing is sure, The Trump children aren't just living the billionaire dream. They're shaping the trillionaire future. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share for more amazing videos.